On a cold night in London, a secret intelligence team led by a woman named Hattie sets out on the most dangerous mission of their lives. Their target is Snowflake, a biological weapon that can destroy a human body in a very short time. And it is currently in the hands of Eteon, an extremist technology organization. A helicopter drops the team outside a building, and without wasting a moment they blow open the main door and storm inside. When they reach the garage, a grenade turns the area into chaos, and Hattie's team takes down most of the guards in fast, brutal close combat. In the middle of it, Hattie hacks a locked container and takes the virus. But the instant she succeeds, a man named Brixton appears, a former secret agent now upgraded with cybernetic technology and working for Eteon. The whole team aims their guns at him, but Brixton scans them with his special eyes and charges in with the speed of lightning, leaving Hattie's entire team scattered on the ground within seconds. Hattie fires, but he stops the bullets with his bare hand, so she throws the truck into reverse, rams through the gate and escapes. With no other choice, she injects the Snowflake virus into her own body, and by the time Brixton steps outside, Hattie has vanished. In Los Angeles, Agent Hobbs walks into a karaoke bar and beats down a room full of thugs, then forces the boss into a tattoo chair and questions him about the virus. And when he gets nothing, he tattoos a humiliating image on the man's forehead and leaves. Meanwhile in London, Shaw arrives at a high society party, turns everything around him into a weapon, and dangles the boss out of a window to interrogate him, but he too comes away with nothing. Sometime later, a CIA agent tells Hobbs that the Snowflake virus can melt human organs. That intelligence suspects Hattie killed her own team and stole it, and that the scientist who created it has also disappeared. Hobbs is assigned to find Hattie, but this time he must team up with a contact in London. At the same time, Shaw visits his mother in prison, where she asks about Hattie, but he says the two siblings have long been distant. Outside, a CIA agent tells Shaw that if he helps recover the virus, Hattie can be cleared of all charges. And though he doesn't want to, he agrees. While she is being hunted, Hattie receives a call from her superiors demanding she surrender. But she understands that they now see her as a traitor, and if she appears she will be killed. She returns to her apartment, takes out hidden weapons, and sets traps everywhere. When Hobbs and Shaw are assigned to the same mission, a collision is unavoidable because the two are old enemies. They argue fiercely, a chair gets thrown at a door, and finally they decide to work separately, agreeing that whoever finds Snowflake first wins. Hobbs reviews security footage and notices Hattie hiding in areas without cameras, while Shaw breaks into her apartment, avoids her traps and fights an agent inside, wrecking the place before escaping. Hattie is now in disguise at a hotel, but the moment she steps outside she runs straight into Hobbs. She attacks with a helmet and throws everything around her at him, and even chokes him, but Hobbs shows his overwhelming strength, lifting her with one hand and slamming her to the ground, then cuffing her and gaining the upper hand. The next day, Brixton goes to Eteon headquarters to update his cybernetic parts, an incredibly painful process. Here the truth is revealed, that Eteon's goal is to use the Snowflake virus to wipe out ordinary humans, keeping only the upgraded ones, to create a new superior race. At the CIA base, Hobbs tells Hattie that her fighting style convinces him she didn't kill her teammates. But without proof he cannot release her. When he steps out to take a call from his daughter Sam, Hattie unlocks her cuffs with a piece of her necklace, knocks out the guard with a chair and takes his gun. Hobbs returns to recapture her, but then Shaw appears, draws his gun and reveals that Hattie is his sister and he wants her freed. The three argue bitterly, and in her frustration Hattie blurts out the truth, that the virus is inside a capsule within her arm. At that exact moment, a massive explosion blows out the windows and knocks her unconscious. As Brixton and his men storm in, firing wildly, and kidnap her, using special grappling gear, Brixton and his men leap out of the window and run down the wall of the building. Hobbs slides down a cable while Shaw takes the elevator, and as they descend Hattie regains consciousness, cuts the line with a knife stolen from Brixton's suit, and sends them all crashing onto a glass roof. On the ground, Hobbs tackles Brixton through the glass, and the group crashes onto the roof of a car. It is here that Shaw and Brixton recognize each other, because they once served on the same team, until Brixton betrayed the agency to join Eteon and Shaw was ordered to eliminate him. Both men are overpowered by Brixton's terrifying strength, so Hobbs throws a grenade at a car to slam it into him, though Brixton stops it with his upgraded arm. In the confusion, Shaw pulls up in a car just in time to get them all out. A street chase begins, with Brixton and his men following on motorcycles. Shaw drives at extreme speed while Hobbs picks off the riders one by one, until only Brixton remains, riding a special motorcycle that can pass through any obstacle. Shaw steers the car under a moving truck, but Brixton keeps up, so Shaw suddenly spins around, sending Brixton crashing into a bus, and the group escapes. Not long after, Brixton has Eteon hacked the entire news system, and fake reports begin to spread, painting Hobbs and Shaw as dangerous terrorists. Hattie realizes the only way to clear their names and stop the disaster is to find the scientist who created the virus. Hobbs shows her a photo taken from the CIA, and after hours of searching, the three find Dr. Andreyko and intercept him on the road. Andreyko reveals that after 42 hours, the capsule inside Hattie will dissolve and release the virus into the air. Eteon originally asked him to build this technology to transport vaccines, but then turned it into a killing weapon. So he fled. To reprogram the virus, they must remove the capsule from Hattie's body, but doing so without killing her requires a special device at Eteon's facility in Ukraine. Meanwhile, in Moscow they meet Margarita, a powerful woman in the underworld who once had a relationship with Shaw. She gives them all the information about Eteon's secret facility, and the plan becomes clear, that Hattie will let herself be captured, so she is taken straight to the separation machine. While Hobbs and Shaw track her from outside, Margarita equips them with weapons and high-tech gear. That evening, Hattie is handed over to Brixton as a prisoner and taken to the Eteon facility. At the same time, Hobbs and Shaw parachute in, slip inside through a silo, and plant explosives throughout the building on a 45-minute timer. But the moment they enter a large room, Brixton and his men surround them and knock them out. In the lab, Hattie's legs remain free, so she attacks a guard, grabs a syringe and takes them down, then unlocks her restraints with a tool hidden in her mouth, seizes the separation machine, and escapes with Andreyko through another route. When Hobbs and Shaw wake, they are chained to chairs as Brixton shocks them with electricity and preaches about his sick idea of purifying humanity, inviting them to join Eteon and raising the voltage when they refuse. Hattie and Andreyko are about to drive off, but she hears them crying out and turns back. Hobbs stalls Brixton by pretending to consider the offer while Hattie sneaks up from behind. But her gun jams, so Andreyko appears with a flamethrower and drives Brixton back. This lets Hobbs and Shaw break free, and the three charge into the guards and turn the room into a battlefield. But when the fire dies down, Brixton rises and in his rage kills Andreyko. Another fierce chase begins. Hattie reveals she has hidden the separation machine in a truck, so Hobbs goes to find it while Eteon soldiers pursue. And when Brixton sees him driving out, he leaps onto a motorcycle to chase him. The explosives detonate, and Hobbs rams the truck through a wall to escape. In an open area, Brixton activates 3 drones that hunt Shaw and Hobbs, but Hobbs rams one with his truck. Shaw shoots down another in midair, and Hattie, thrown onto the hood of the failing car, takes out the last one. Hobbs reaches out, Hattie leaps across and grabs him, and Shaw lands his car behind the truck and jumps out just as it explodes, destroying a large part of the facility. Then comes a battle on the truck itself, where Hobbs and Shaw face Brixton 2 against 1, but he is too strong, and he is about to defeat them when a structure collapses behind the truck, forcing Brixton to jump off to survive. A while later, the three stop in a deserted spot and realize the separation machine was badly damaged in the fighting. Things get so desperate that Hattie is ready to sacrifice herself, but Shaw refuses to lose his sister, because to him this is no longer just a mission, it is family. So Hobbs proposes going to his homeland, where they can hide and make one final stand. They reach Samoa without being intercepted, and there Hobbs is reunited with his brother Jonah, who immediately punches him over old grudges until their mother throws a sandal to end the fight. They ask Jonah to repair the machine, and though he refuses at first, a scolding from their mother and the family's urgent situation finally convince him. In Jonah's garage, Hobbs finds that their mother has hidden all the guns, leaving only traditional weapons like clubs and ropes. Jonah works on the machine while everyone sets traps, and Hattie hacks Eteon's system to disable their digital weapons, though this protection will only last 6 minutes. In a quiet moment, Hattie and Shaw finally speak about the things weighing on their hearts, and the bond between them is restored. When the capsule has 30 minutes left, Jonah finishes the machine and the separation begins. But right then enemy vehicles rise in the distance. Hobbs apologizes to his brother for abandoning the family, and the two embrace, while Shaw and Hattie promise never to run from the family again. Outside, Brixton's forces surround the area, but as they prepare to fire, their weapons stop working because Hattie's hack has succeeded. Hobbs triggers a ceremonial explosion that blasts away many vehicles, and Shaw drives a truck rigged with a flamethrower, creating a massive ring of fire. The battle turns into direct combat, and the agents used to relying on guns cannot stand against traditional weapons and the fighting spirit of the Samoans. Though Brixton holds firm, strong as a machine, when a few agents sneak toward Hattie, still connected to the machine, Shaw rushes in and the two siblings take them down without interrupting the process. Then Brixton grabs Hattie and drags her toward Eteon's helicopter. So Hobbs and Shaw give chase in a truck, Shaw driving while Hobbs works a chain at the back. As the truck launches off a jump, Hobbs hurls the hooked chain into the helicopter and it snaps tight. So Brixton throws out the pilot, takes the controls and drags the truck into the air. Just then Jonah and the other brothers arrive and link their trucks together, and 4 vehicles combine to pull the helicopter down. Brixton flies toward a cliff, but the trucks keep their grip. When Eteon's weapons come back online, gunfire erupts. Road traps detonate and the chain breaks, but Hobbs catches it in time and hooks it again. Inside the helicopter, Hattie fights the guards, and the gunfire damages the aircraft so badly that it falls toward the cliff, dragging the truck with it. After a violent crash, Brixton survives, Hattie is safe, and the machine is still working. So he orders a man to shoot Hattie the moment the countdown reaches 0. Hobbs and Shaw rise from the water to face Brixton one last time. And though he is still incredibly strong, this time they coordinate perfectly, one distracting him while the other strikes until they overpower him. When the clock hits 0, Hattie uses a helicopter cable to create a small explosion, taking out the man about to shoot her. For the final blow, Hobbs and Shaw slam Brixton into the cliff, and Shaw picks up his gun but doesn't kill him, because to him living with defeat is more painful than death. Far away, Eteon watches through the camera in Brixton's eye, then deactivates him, and his body falls into the sea while the mastermind behind Eteon sends one final message: that this war is not yet over. In the end, Hobbs brings his daughter Sam to meet his family in Samoa, while Hattie and Shaw visit their mother in prison and help give her a chance at freedom. One story comes to a close, but new bonds and new battles still lie ahead. Today's story ends here. Thanks for watching.